over as the morning starts to rise. I can see 1,000 stories floating underneath my eyes. There are things I never told you, there are things I never knew. Sometimes silence holds the pieces that the words could never do. Beside the shadows of the life I left behind, trying not to lose the pieces that were beautiful to find. Every street became a mirror, every window caught the light, and I started seeing clearly what I couldn't see at night. I was looking for a reason to explain the way I changed, but some seasons don't need answers, they just quietly rearrange. I don't need to fight the feeling, I don't need to make it fade. I can let it move right through me like the sunlight through the rain. I am somewhere in between who I was and who I'll be. Every shadow, every dream leaves another part of me. I don't have to know the ending, I don't have to hold the scene. I can breathe into the moment, I am somewhere in between. Somewhere in between, more than what I've seen. I heard the city breathing underneath the rain. Every passing car reminded me that nothing stays the same. I would watch the distant headlights disappear around the bend, wondering if every journey has to know where it will end. Now I don't need all the answers, I don't need to know the road. Sometimes moving without knowing is the way we learn to grow. I can leave the door wide open, I can let the future in. I can stop rehearsing endings, I can let tomorrow begin. I am somewhere in between who I was and who I'll be. Every shadow, every dream leaves another part of me. I don't have to know the ending, I don't have to hold the scene. I can breathe into the moment, I am somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. I remember how we waited for the perfect time to start, but the perfect time was always somewhere farther from the heart. We were scared of losing pieces, so we never let them fall. Now I know that being open doesn't mean you lose it all. Every scar became a language, every tear became a stream. Every ending left a doorway, every loss revealed a dream. If I find you in a memory, I won't ask you to remain. I can thank you for the moment and release you with the rain. If I find myself uncertain, I will listen to the sound. There is something underneath me, there is something holding ground. I don't need to be the person that I thought I had to be. I can change without apologizing, I can finally just be me. Maybe life is not a straight line, maybe hearts are meant to bend. Maybe every road we wander has a beginning without end. letters in the drawer, words I never learned to send. Every sentence starts a fire, every ending tries to bend. There are colors in the silence that I never learned to name. I can feel them in the evening when the room forgets my face. I have carried little questions like a stone beneath my tongue, wondering if all the answers were already there when I was young. I don't say it when it hurts, I just let the silence grow. But the things I keep inside me always find a way to show. There are signals in the silence calling somewhere underneath. Every shadow tells a story, every breath becomes a beat. I don't need to hide the feeling, I don't need to make it small. If the walls can hear me shaking, maybe I was meant to call. There are signals in the silence and they're leading me back home through the spaces in between us. I remember I'm not alone. Somewhere underneath, I can hear it breathe. Late at night, the ceiling changes, turning slowly into stars. I can almost see the distance between who we are and were. I have walked through empty rooms just to hear my footsteps fall. Sometimes loneliness is louder when you don't have walls at all. There are photographs like windows, there are memories like smoke. Some dissolve into the morning, some refuse to let me go. But I'm learning not to chase them, not to force them into place. Some things only find their meaning when you give them room and space. I don't know where this is going, I don't know what waits ahead, but the quiet isn't empty, there is something in it yet. There are signals in the silence calling somewhere underneath. Every shadow tells a story, every breath becomes a beat. I don't need to hide the feeling, I don't need to make it small. If the walls can hear me shaking, maybe I was meant to call. There are signals in the silence and they're leading me back home through the spaces in between us. I remember I'm not alone. I remember how you told me that the night would always pass, but I never understood it till I watched the darkness crack. Morning came without an answer, still I felt a little change, like a door had opened somewhere in a part of me unnamed. Now I listen to the spaces between every word I say. There is wisdom in the pauses, there is freedom in the delay. I don't need to know the future, I don't need to understand. I can follow what is honest, like a river finds the land. If I lose myself tomorrow, let me lose the fear instead. Let me leave behind the voices that keep circling in my head. If I break, let it be open. If I bend, let it be slow. I don't need to hold the pieces of a life I'm meant to grow. I have spent too long pretending that the heart should never show. All the places where it's tender, all the places where it knows. Maybe I was never broken. was only loud. Maybe all these changing colors were the weather of my soul. Maybe I was never distant. Maybe I was afraid to stay. Maybe what I called an ending was a different kind of way. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. There are signals in the silence calling somewhere underneath. Every shadow tells a story. Every breath becomes a beat. Now I don't hide the feeling. No, I don't make it small. If the walls can hear me shaking, I don't mind it anymore. There are signals in the I woke up before the sunrise with a feeling I can't name. Like a photograph from somewhere slowly calling me again. There are footsteps in the hallway. There are shadows on the wall. I keep looking for a reason for the things I can't recall. I have lived between the moments, between leaving and goodbye, trying to read the hidden meaning in the color of the sky. Every memory has a rhythm, every silence has a sound, and the things I thought were missing were the things I hadn't found. I kept running from the questions, I kept hiding from the truth. Now I'm learning that the quiet has a way of speaking too. I don't need to know tomorrow, I don't need to know the end. Sometimes all I need to know is I can start again. There is something in the distance, something waiting in the blue. Every road I leave behind me makes a little room for new. I can feel it in the silence, I can hear it when I breathe. Maybe I was never lost here, maybe I was meant to leave. There is something in the distance calling softly through the night. I don't have to chase the feeling, I can let it find the light. Let it find the light. Somewhere in the night. I remember empty stations, neon shining through the rain. People moving past each other, carrying their private names. I was searching for a doorway that would take me somewhere new, but the only door that opened was the one I walked into. There were moments I felt weightless, there were moments I felt small. I kept waiting for the future to explain it all, but the future never promised it would tell me what to do. It just opened one more morning and asked me to walk through. I don't need to fix the pieces, I don't need to make them whole. Some things only find their meaning when you let them go. There is something in the distance, something waiting in the blue. Every road I leave behind me makes a little room for new. I can feel it in the silence, I can hear it when I breathe. Maybe I was never lost here, maybe I was meant to leave. There is something in the distance calling softly through the night. I don't have to chase the feeling, I can let it find the light. streets are loud. I can hear my own reflection without hiding in the crowd. Every scar